It's time to trim that 80s dad stash, put on your Ray-Bans, and get ready for vacation, baby. This is the Rocket Recommends review of The Tourist. Developed by Shein, the masterminds behind NanoStray, NanoBreaker, and Faststar MX, The Tourist is an adventure game that takes elements of Super Mario Bros. Style platforming and mixes them with the Legend of Zelda style puzzle solving. In it, you play a tourist who starts off on an island and goes island hopping, finding different monuments and trying to discover the mysteries between the tourist attractions that surround them. On your adventure, you'll encounter NPCs, some of which may have some requests for you. Hey, I thought I was supposed to be on vacation. What gives, man? On Tourist Island, you'll encounter a general store that sells things like a camera and upgrades you can use to double jump. You can also sell certain photos that you find across the different islands of the monuments that you get to visit. Take those pictures and you can make yourself some extra cash. When you need to travel, go see the captain. He'll take you to where you need to go. Right now we're in Centurian, which loosely is based off of Santorini, Greece, a real-life location in the real world. Centurion is known for deep-sea diving and its jazz club, for which we'll talk about later on. Right now, we're on a diving boat. You speak to this professional diver over here, he'll take you out to sea, and then what you need to do is you need to go behind that door, you'll get a scuba diving suit, and then from there, you can just jump right in the ocean, and you will be deep-sea diving in no time. Once you're under, use A to swim, and use the analog stick to move around. You may find all kinds of hidden mysteries, events, and treasures underneath the water. Who knows what you'll find? Perhaps you'll find some treasure. Maybe you'll even discover some parts of the mystery. And now, it's off to Ibiza for some fun in the sun and some serious partying. Ibiza is the partying capital of the tourist due to its DJ and his awesome soundstage. We have smokers, we have professional lighting, and all this has been provided using a program called Magic of Voxel, which we conveniently teach in our Maker Labs class, which you can find at blackrocket.com. Maker Labs is a class where you get to learn how to make your own 3D models and your own 3D printed objects. If you're interested in that kind of thing, definitely head over to blackrocket.com and check it out. For now, I gotta stop the party, because I gotta make a trip over to Soggy Island. Soggy Island is one of the more mysterious islands in the world of the tourist. When you stop by, definitely check out its Mayan pyramid, and head over to its mine. Speaking of the mine, here's the mini game that you get to play. It's spelunking at its finest, and it uses a lot of platforming and rope jumping elements, so you can find diamonds that can be converted into cash to buy more goods and more souvenirs and other things that a tourist may want to buy. So if you're in the mood to go spelunking, definitely head down and check this out. You may even find a secret or two at the bottom. Now it's time for us to go to Hawaii. Hawaii is clearly inspired by Hawaii, and on this specific island right over here, one of the biggest things to do is surf. So here we go. We're up in the waves, and the controls are quite simple. You use the analog stick to move up and down and to perform different types of tricks and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. Reminds me of California games and TNC Surf Design, some really old school NES surfing games of its time. It's real easy to control, definitely great for all ages given the fact that this is an E-rated game. It's definitely an awesome experience. In Hawaii, the shirt shop allows you to change shirts, which is like class changing in Final Fantasy. Basically allowing you to access different mini-games in different areas you weren't able to access earlier. Suit jacket on hand, it's now time to go back to Santorin so I can head over to the jazz club. We're back in Santorin for some smooth jazz. CD 101.9. Hitting up the jazz club right now. I go and play a jam on the piano. Hit X to sit down, and hit the ZL and the ZR buttons in a coordination to play along with the bands. But you know what? Time for a change of pace. Back to Hawaii. It's time to head to Shirts and get changed. Alright, I'm back at Shirts right now, and I'm going to go and I'm going to get the Old School Gamer t-shirt. We're going to use this later on when we head over to Leisure Island. But for now, first, I'm going to head over to Fiji because there's some stuff I need to do right over there. As we arrive in Fiji, we're immediately greeted by the islanders. they are missing a drummer and you need to step in. So step into this drumming minigame. It's a lot like Guitar Hero or Taiko Drum Master that you may have played in the past. Basically, you want to make sure that you hit the right corresponding buttons and stay in tune. After that, head over to the Monument Museum, where you can get information about the monuments on the different islands and see ancient artifacts and different tools from the different areas in the different regions from within the Touryst. Before we leave Fiji, it's time to learn how to ride a canoe. Head over to the grandpa, speak to him, and he'll lend you his canoe paddle. If you happen to make it through the obstacle course, you'll win the canoe paddle. Once you have the canoe paddle, you can basically travel along any island that has a canoe, and the controls are very realistic in the sense that you have to use ZL and ZR to paddle for each side of the boat and balance everything out, giving it a very simulated type feel. Now it's time to head over to Leisure Island for some fun in the sun and some really fun activities. So Leisure Island has a number of things to do. Right here we're going to fly a drone. There's also a mini game that's associated with this as well. And you can use the drone to fly around the island and get a bunch of great views, see what the different shops are in the area. So definitely when you get on the island, go ahead and try this out. Leisure Island also has its own movie theater. You can come in here and you can check out the latest and only trailer of The Touryst, playing 24/7 in this space. Next, we're heading to Cash to Go. Cash to Go is a place where you can exchange diamonds for money, almost like a cash for gold type place. However, make sure you make the guy a good offer. If you don't make him a good offer by the second offer, he'll decline it, and then you'll have to wait before you can go in and do another exchange again. Time to head to my favorite place, the arcade. Speak to Flynn and wear that 8-bit t-shirt, and he'll give you a discount on the tokens it costs to play the arcade machines. First, we'll take a look at Nano Break. Before I get started, these 3 arcade machines are based off of Sheen classics. Nano Breaker is Sheen's own take on the old school arcade game Breakout, and it also has a alleyway type feel if you've ever played that on the Game Boy. As you can see, it's a puzzle type title where you have to basically get rid of all the bricks. Next is Jet Rocket Dynamite. This plays like the old arcade classic Mighty Bomb Jack. Basically, you have a character running around on the screen, and the idea is to pick up all the sticks of dynamite. To get the most points, you want to make sure that you go in order with the ones that are lit up. Doing so will fetch you a higher score and get you bonuses as well. Next, and certainly not least, we're going to play Fast. Fast is an old school take on Sheen's Fast RMX series. As you can see, it has an F-Zero type vibe to it, and it is a classic racing game inside of a hovercraft. Basically what you want to do is you want to use the ramps and the jumps to get through the fastest times. You want to make sure you stay on the track the longest. Don't let time run out, and make sure you get from checkpoint to checkpoint. If time runs out, you'll lose the game, and then you'll have to start all over from the beginning again. While on the island, be sure to hit up the travel shop. Here you can get tourist guides to access different islands. Next, make sure you hit up the record shop so you can get more tunes for your DJ. Finally, hit up the gallery. Here you'll be given a job to take pictures of specific things on different islands. All the photos that you've finished taking will be displayed right here for all to see. Well, I had enough leisure time. Now it's time to head off to Tiny Island. Over at Tiny Island, it is a small island. It has this airplane. It looks like it was inspired by Disney's Tailspin for some reason. When you head over here, you find a note which will trigger some type of a side quest, and you will find some hidden items over here. Time to head off this island and head over to shirts. Gonna go grab that soccer shirt right over there and head to Ibiza for some soccer practice. On Ibiza, speak to Diego to get started. He'll ask you if you can't get enough of soccer, and he will basically tell you do not look like a pro soccer player, but he'll let you go and test your skills out. So basically, using the motion controls on the Joy-Cons or on your Pro Controller, you can try to kick the balls to the targets over here. Some of them get stuck in the ocean. It's kind of funny seeing square checkerboard-style balls being fired at different targets and whatnot. Back to t-shirts one more time to go and get pumped up and get ready, because I'm going to be heading back to Leisure Island to enter in a pull-up competition. When you head on Leisure Island, speak to Hans. He'll tell you that you got a nice shirt, and he'll explain to you the rules. You press A to start, and you hit the L analog stick up and down so you can perform the pull-ups. If you get past 35, you'll reach your goal. So, I really like the Touryst. It's a nice short download at 250 megabytes, and it's a nice chunk of adventure for roughly 15 hours. So if you see it on the eShop, definitely pick it up for your Nintendo Switch. So if you like this video, guys, please be sure to hit like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, don't forget to check out blackrocket.com, and as always, have a great one, folks. Thanks again. Peace!